Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I understand that I'm probably the worst person ever at... Oh, I got a delivery. Sorry about that. As I was saying, I am just shit at being consistent with YouTube, and it's something that I really want to get consistent with because I feel like it's another platform where I can share a hell of a lot more information and get my point across on things that I don't feel confident enough to get into a tiny caption on Instagram. So I also just find it quite fun to share different areas of my life. Not that it's that exciting, if I'm honest, but yeah. So I asked people on Instagram to ask me some questions, and I've got a huge array of things actually. So I'm going to talk about training, my relationship, cellulite, running, eating disorder, my job, and things like that. So let's go. I'll start with probably one of the most asked questions, and it is, how many times a week do you train and what do you do? So I find it dead weird speaking about training and like fitness now, because like it used to be all I spoke about, and I'm just a little bit over it, but it's still very much part of my life, so I obviously don't speak about it that much anymore. Speak about the running side of things because that's still very new to me, and I'm like, nah. But yeah, in terms of training, I train like 3 to 5 times a week. It completely depends. When I've got a race coming up, I'll be running like 3 times a week and weight training twice a week. And then when I've not got anything coming up and I'm just kind of like training, I'll go like 3 times a week. If I'm completely honest, I just don't really enjoy training anymore, not in the gym anyway. And so I got myself a personal trainer like last December, so I've had him for nearly a year now. And I go and see him on a Monday and Friday morning, and he gets me through weight sessions because otherwise I wouldn't go and do it. Like the only kind of training that I actually really enjoy is like group classes, like circuit things, and the faster they're over the better. So yeah, that's my training. Obviously when I'm running, I have like one kind of interval session, one hill session, and one long run every week. So that's when my training's like a lot more intense. Okay, so the next question is very relevant to the last question, and it's how do I get into running? I think when it comes to running, like if you can walk, you can run, and a lot of it's like mental, a lot of it's up here, and obviously you require a certain level of fitness to be able to run for a certain amount of time or for like a certain speed. But apart from that, you just need to get started. Like when I first started like getting serious about running and doing like marathons and things like that, doing marathons, I've done one marathon, but when I was training for the marathon, the first run I went on was a 5k, and I shit you not, I cried. I was basically shuffling, and I was literally like, I'm never going to run a marathon. But I just got myself out there and I did it. And I think when it comes to running, you just got to go for it, but don't set off too fast. People are like, oh, I did 3k and it was dead easy, so I'm going to do 10k next week. Worst thing you can do, you just want to build it up nice and slowly. And me and Mike might have something in the pipeline for you. Okay, let's move on to my career. There's a few different questions about my career. First was, do you have a part-time job? Now, if I think about all the different things that I do for work, I feel like everything I do is part-time job. I don't really have a full-time. It's all like loads of different things that I do that kind of equates to what I call work. So no, I don't work in like a corner shop or anything like that, but yeah, I feel like I don't have anything that's like full-time, if you know what I mean, that I put all of my time and energy into. And the next question, how do you decide what direction to take your career? Well, I guess when it came to like my career, I did the things that I was really passionate. Oh my god, a bin man's fully watching me do my video now. I feel really awkward. Oh my god, he looks me right in the eye. Okay, he's gone. Right, so when it came to my career, through school I was like, I'm going to be a dancer, and I decided that from like age 11. Then I obviously went to dance college, and during my time there I ended up developing my eating disorder, and then I was just kind of like, oh, I can't be in this space anymore. But it was so fucking hard to tell my mum and dad, because imagine you've spent thousands and thousands for your child to go college or school or whatever it is, and then they turn around on like the final year and be like, yeah, I don't want to dance anymore. After my eating disorder, I then kind of found this like new purpose, and I ended up getting a personal trainer in that time, and he was very much focused on your mindset and working on your mental health, and like how your mind has so much more to do with your health than your than like the physical aspect. And that was very new back then. People didn't really speak about mental health. So I then was like in real awe of this personal training, because I genuinely feel like it changed my life. And I was like, okay, I want to do that. I just kind of went for it. So then I personal trained for 5 years, and in that time I really just pushed myself out of my comfort zone and like met different people. Obviously right at the start of my eating disorder recovery, I began a Instagram account, and that's the account that I use today. That's basically like one of my businesses. So I used that to just document my recovery, and I ended up meeting other people through Instagram, which was so weird back then, like not gonna lie, it was well weird. And I met Tally and Zana, and then we were like, oh, we love what we've made, so let's make this for the people. And then the Girl Games became a thing, and then that became a company. And I feel like a lot of what I've got now and what I do for work has just kind of happened because I've jumped into something and I've done the things that make me feel uncomfortable and have pushed me outside of my comfort zone. So yeah, obviously over that time, like social media marketing became a really big thing, and more people were looking at people with social media platforms to come and do different jobs. And yeah, I guess in that kind of respect of things, I've just kind of gone with it and just seeing what's going to happen. And obviously there's no certainty for me in the future, so I'm obviously trying to always create things that are bigger than my social media platform. So like at the minute I've got Fierce and Flawsome, and that's hopefully going to be like my baby that's going to grow and grow and grow, and off the back of that I can go into coaching. I've got my events with that. I want to bring out some more things which I don't really want to speak about right now, because hopefully that's something that will happen in the new year. But yeah, I feel like when it comes to choosing your path, like no matter what age you are right now, you just have to go with your heart and like go with your passion. And there's a quote that I heard one time, and it was like, where passion goes, money flows. Oh, somebody said, what is the favourite thing about your job? My favourite thing about my job is 100% getting to meet people and actually like speaking to the people who message me daily and like my things and get involved with the content that I put out. Because I don't want this to come across in the wrong way, but with social media it feels like, obviously, you know, you have people who engage with your things, but because it's online it doesn't feel real. Like in my head, although I know there's people behind those accounts, it almost just feels like, I don't know, just like an account, if you know what I mean. So when I actually meet these people in real life, be that through my events or through other people's events or when I'm just walking down the street, it honestly makes me so happy. And I'm like, oh my god, there's an actual person behind that who I'm actually able to help. Okay, let's move on to my relationship. I feel like I don't show Mike that much on Instagram and social media because, yeah, like he didn't choose the life of like putting his life out there, so I don't really feel like I should be doing that for him. Like there's times when he wants to be on camera and he'll like come into the background like an awkward turtle, but yeah, he's not that confident on camera and stuff like that, so I don't want to like shove camera in his face unless I'm really trying to piss him off. Well, and the big question, how did you meet your boyfriend? Well, get your cuppa, girl. I had an ex-boyfriend who, if I'm honest, I weren't really that excited about the relationship. It was convenient at the time. It was when I was competing, doing bikini competing, and then when I'd finished competing, he ended up telling me, and I was just a bit like, what the fuck. In my head it was quite a good thing because I was like, I can get out of this relationship without feeling like a bad person, and I was more concerned about who it was with. It ended up being with someone else who works for the same company. So me, him and this girl all worked in the same company, and so he'd been cheating on me with her, who, like, I'd been out for food with her and stuff before, which was just fucking like girl code, what the fuck. Her boyfriend was Mike, who is my boyfriend now, and basically we all work for the same company. So even Mike, who I'm with now, we all work for the same personal training company, and Mike's older than me. Mike's 31, and he's a little bit higher up in the company, and he has a bit more of a duty to take care of other people within the company. So he was like, should we go for a Starbucks or like go for a coffee or whatever? And at first I was a bit like, no, like, why would I want to speak about this? I'm just kind of like, just want to forget about it now. But then he was like, come on, let's just go and have a chat, like, we're both in the same situation. So yeah, we went and had a chat, and I'm not gonna lie, before that I always thought he was a bit stuck up, and he thought the same about me, especially because I was competing, and like, bikini competitors are known to be up their own ass. And then yeah, we just went for a walk, and then like I left my purse at his, and then we just kind of kept on seeing each other. And then it was a little bit forbidden to kind of get with someone in the company, especially after all of that shit, but yeah, we just really loved each other, so we just carried on seeing each other. And then yeah, it's been like nearly 4 years now. Madness. Honestly, being cheated on isn't always going to be the worst thing, girls. Could be the best thing that's ever going to happen to you. Somebody asked, what's your best tips for when you have a new boyfriend? So I feel like it's just being yourself. Like, it's so easy to say that you like the things that they like so that they like you more, and so you don't have to have like a conflict if you're like, no, I don't really like that. Or yeah, there's just so many situations where you can kind of mold yourself into the person who you want to be, like your ultimate best self. And sometimes, like, it's not the worst thing, but you just have to remember, like, if you're with that person for a very long time, they're eventually gonna see your true colours. And that's not to say that you should start being like a moody bitch in like your first few weeks of being with them, because they're definitely gonna be like, oh hell no. But just like, try not to be something that you're not. Like, be yourself and kind of let them know what they're getting themselves into, because you honestly don't want to get a year down the line and they're like, I don't even know this person. So yeah, my biggest advice is just be yourself and don't play games. Like, I feel like when you're younger you want to play games because that's just what you do, and a lot of people can take that into adulthood and do the whole like, oh, he's took 20 minutes to text me back, so I'm going to take 40. Like, if you want something serious out of the relationship, then fuck the games. Like, show that you're there for like the real thing. So yeah, no games and be yourself. Okay, and then we'll just go on to a few like random questions. Would you ever move to London? So, fun fact, when I actually first met Mike, I had all of the plans to move to London. I knew where I was going to live. I quit my job. I'd handed my notice in with my personal training company, and I was like fully ready to go. I had no idea what I was going to do there, like probably just start personal training or whatever. When I'd quit my job, I was spending more time there doing work things, and I remember coming home one day and I got off the train and Mike was waiting for me to pick me up, and I just burst into tears, and I was like, I don't want to go. Like, I don't want to move there. I don't like the place. Not that I don't like the place, I find I'm a very chilled person, and I find it very overwhelming, and it just made me feel anxious the minute I stepped off the train. So I was like, yeah, I'm not moving, I'm not going. And I'm really happy that I made that decision, because I felt like I had to move to London to make something of myself. What's your relationship with alcohol? So right now my relationship with alcohol is very much like, I love gin. Like, one day I'd love to make my own gin. I'll have like, if me and Mike go out for dinner or something like that, I'll have a gin, and I'll always have like a wild night out where I get like late about, I don't know, like once every 3 months, if that. And other than that, and obviously Christmas time is a very wild time, and I always come out in January and I'm like, I never want to drink again. But yeah, I don't drink that much. Please don't judge. But I started like drinking alcohol when I was like 13, and that's a very normal thing for like my area, like where I live. And you know, we'd go on the park and drink like cider and like quarter bottles of vodka and whatever. Like, oh god, I feel so awful telling you this, but yeah, it's true, it's life. So yeah, and that'd be like every weekend. And then I started going out properly when I was 17, so I'd be going out to clubs, and I'd go out on a Friday and a Saturday night, and then the same when I was 18, Friday and Saturday. And I remember getting to a point when I was 18 and we'd always have pre-drinks somewhere, and regardless of how much I drank before I went out, I'd always end up not remembering a thing the day after. And things happened on nights out and people would be like mad at me and stuff like that, and I didn't have a clue why. Like, I had not a single recollection. Like, I sometimes wouldn't even remember like leaving the place where we started, and I wouldn't remember going home. I wouldn't remember anything. And I just kind of, after that I kind of went into my eating disorder. And then after that I was like, yeah, I enjoy having a drink, and I do enjoy like going out and having a dance, and sometimes I'm like, I just need to get really drunk if it's been like a stressful time, which isn't really how you should deal with things, but I'm 24. But yeah, I'm a little bit over getting absolutely shit-faced all of the time now. But I do love a gin. I love a gin. I love gin. Okay, so I like this one. Best way to make new friends in your 20s. So most of my friends, like my best girls, like my diamonds, like my girls who are going to be my bridesmaids, I met all of them in my 20s. It's hard because I feel like we build these barriers up so much going through our teens anyway, and through our early 20s, that when it comes to meeting new people, we almost have this wall, and we don't want to show people like who we really are, especially like the proper weird side of us, and like the things that we like that might be quite strange, and we get worried that we're not going to be accepted because everybody else is walking around with this barrier up. And I think what's really helped me was learning to take that barrier down. And I've learned that if I'm really myself around other people and I'm a bit weird, then it enables that other person to be themselves as well, which is really quite nice. I've met some of my best friends through social media, so through my job. And then I met like my best friend. She was one of my clients when I was personal training, and we just really got on, and then we just decided to go on holiday together. And then yeah, now I see her all the time. We have matching tattoos. Can we see? Like, get yourself out there, go to things that you're interested in. So like, if you like reading books, go to a book club, go to like a dance class, go to a fitness class, go to art club, whatever. And if you go to that as an adult and there's other adults going there who also like that, then you've got that thing in common. Like, I feel like people get into this small town mindset where they genuinely feel like the only people who exist are the people who live in the same area as them. Whereas like all of my really close friends now either live in London or they live in like the other side of Manchester. Let's do last few questions. What would your death row meal be? Oh my god, that's so hard. Okay, so definitely some kind of like hummus and pitta for a starter. And then I think for my main, like, vegans gonna hate, but my like favourite meal in the whole world, well, I don't know, it's kind of changed. It would be between sausage mash and gravy or some kind of like Mexican dish with like chicken fajitas and like all the sauces, so like the guacamole, the creamy stuff, cheese, like the salad, and like, yeah, maybe like a burrito bowl. And then for pudding, sticky toffee pudding, all the way, sticky toffee pudding. And oh my god, if I could have that with like toffee fudge ice cream, yes. What fulfills you in life? I feel most fulfilled when I'm with people or in front of people who I know that I'm really helping. Like, it genuinely lights me up inside, and that's one of my biggest motivations to do the work that I do, and to, you know, to have posted a post on Instagram pretty much every single day for like what, the past 6 years, with pretty much nothing in return for maybe like the past year and a half. So yeah, like being in front of those people who I've helped, I that's all I'll answer for today, because this has turned into a very long video because I just can't do one word answers. But yeah, I hope that's given you a little bit more of an insight into me and maybe some little bits that you really didn't know about me. If you like this kind of video, then just give me a little comment down below, or press like. And I think people ask you to subscribe as well. I'm so shit with this YouTube stuff, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope that was quite fun for you to watch. Have a lovely, lovely, lovely day.